What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I really hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. How is everybody feeling today? More importantly, how's Ethan Ampadu feeling today? I think should be the question. I know he's alive because he has liked an Instagram post from Max Wober, so we know he's alive. Hopefully he's not going to get into trouble from the Firpo thing, talking about Firpo and Betis. I think it was more to do with the fact that there was a guy with a Real Betis shirt on in the crowd that they'd spotted. But, yeah, and then later on in the evening, Jayden Bogle goes live and says, sign the ting. And then, what was it, Firpo comes into the live and says, Parag, send me the thing. So it just interesting times being a Leeds United fan. But, I mean, what a day yesterday was. It was an absolutely incredible experience from start to finish. I got on the train at probably about, what time? Probably 10:30ish, 11:15. Got into Leeds for about 11 o'clock. And then met up with family in Leeds near my brother-in-law and my nephew, and saw a few people. Saw Just Joe in the train station, gave him a big bear hug because just wanted to hug him because it's the first time I met him. And then getting into Centenary Square near the horse, got a couple of beers. My little lad was with me as well. What a day for him. I have to give him props because that was a lot for him to take in. There was a lot of shouting. There was a lot of gesticulating, carrying on, and noise and everything. We were stood at Centenary Square, almost like right next to where the big articulated lorry was with the screen and the music blaring out and everything. And he warmed up to it as it was going on. The people that were flying the balls about all over the place, and it was such a good time. Just so good. It was almost like this is our payback for. Payback's the wrong sort of word. This is us releasing all of that emotion from the promotion before, where we weren't allowed to because of COVID and everything, and just families, crowds of people. It was all really, really good natured. The council said there was 150,000 people there. There wasn't. There was way more than that there. I would probably say close to 300 plus thousand were there. But it all went off really, really well, all really well natured. Lots of songs singing, lots of chanting, carrying on. Pyro, stunk of pyro. Couldn't get the smell of pyro out of my nostrils last night, laying on the couch thinking, why can I still smell pyro? But just the music, obviously building, and songs. And I think they were shown on the big screen the sort of like the highlights from the season. So goals and stuff and celebrations and all of that kind of really good stuff. And then I was just watching. It was really funny. The council put out a message to say, please do not climb on bus shelters, roofs, or shimmy up lampposts. Well, everybody was on bus shelters. Unfortunately, one bus shelter fell through. Everybody climbed onto sections of the buildings. There was people shimmying up lampposts. People stood all over the statues. I mean, at one point, I think there was about 3 or 4 people riding the horse in Centenary Square. But just, yeah, pyro going off, couldn't see, couldn't breathe. And then the bus comes up. So we're stood opposite Queen's in Centenary Square, and the bus is coming up with the first set of players on. And then the pyro goes off, and you can't see anybody. I've lost it at this point. I'm singing, bouncing around. I've got Alfie on my shoulders, bouncing around. He's got hold of my head like this, so I'm like trying to look at everything like this through my eyes, and just that feeling to be that close, and just to expect, and just to see this group of young players absolutely enjoy themselves. The shock and awe on their faces when they saw how many people were in the crowd who were there for them, supporting them, and just enjoying, the atmosphere and celebrating with everybody. Because we all got told that the bus wasn't going to stop. It was just going to kind of keep going past. And you'd hear people on the microphone. And it was mentioned on the Square Ball podcast, and I think it's absolutely right. It was lovely to see Ampadu just kind of cut loose because he's been so professional, done such a, being the captain side of things really, really well over the last few weeks in terms of leading the team and everything. It was just nice to see him be, a 24-year-old guy living his best life at the peak of his powers with his mates, having a drink and just enjoying himself. And, I watched that parade and it was emotional. Of course it was emotional. It's memories that will, live with me for the rest of my life. It's the first, big thing that my son has been involved in with Leeds United. I've not taken him to a game yet because I wasn't sure how he'd be with the noise and everything, but him being sort of getting into it, I've got a lovely picture of him holding a flag and just raising the flag up like this while I've got, is he on my shoulders? He might be on my shoulders. I think he is. Just enjoying himself and just enjoying what's going on. And that was the thing that was really nice about it all, was we were all just having such a good time. And like I said, just seeing everybody enjoy themselves and just the stuff that was carrying on. Parag coming up with that thing and swearing, saying this hasn't been fucking easy, but basically saying that we are, the aim is to be the best club in Europe. I know that's a big thing for everybody. You shouldn't make promises like that, but you just get the feeling that we're on the start of something here, that everything is massively, massively moving forward. Solomon was absolutely amazed at everybody that was there when you could hear him talk. It was a nice touch because Struijk had his 2020 medal on and also this medal on, so he was paying sort of homage and respect to his former teammates, and also the fact that he didn't get to celebrate it last time around. And it was just really pleasing. Willie Nonto with the Batty shirt on, the retro Batty shirt on. There's a shot of him with the T-shirt on that eats spaghetti, drinks Moretti. I'm kind of the opinion that he's kind of shut that down now, because at Plymouth he was singing that song, and not just singing it and missing out, but he was singing the entire song. So he's kind of shut that down a little bit now. But just sort of everybody being human about it, and then obviously Firpo puts out that message at the end on was it on Snap? I can't remember. It was either on Snap or Instagram saying stay in town, and then the players go back to the ground and then all end up in Greek Street. Bogle's topless, Bamford's playing the guitar, leading everybody on to sing songs and everything. They're in every single bar, buying drinks, having a good time. And that's phenomenal, because what that does, more than any PR exercise, more than anything that the club can do, is it builds the bond of the attachment between players and fans. And I know we all say you should never get, or never have an emotional attachment to a player because they could go. But for that moment in time, we're all as one as Leeds United. And when this club and this city turns it on, wow, we're just an unstoppable force. I mean, it was just a great day. Even after the bus had gone past, I saw Joe again. I saw JT, gave JT a hug. I saw Luke, gave Luke a hug as well. It's the first time I met Luke as well. And just seeing loads of people that I'd not met yet in person, and people asking me for pictures, which is still weird, but lovely at the same time. Just what a day. It will live long in the memory, and I can only think that this is just the absolute beginning of something really, really special. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been a phenomenal, phenomenal season. Thank you so much for people that have supported the channel, for people that have stuck through everything, that have been there, people that have commented, good, bad, indifferent, whatever you want to do with it. It's been brilliant for me, and I genuinely appreciate it, and I appreciate you all. I've got some more videos coming soon, some reviews, all that kind of stuff, just some, the usual bits and pieces, and then we get into silly season with transfers and stuff. So, yeah, take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself, especially if you're nursing a hangover from yesterday. Much love from me and mine to you and yours. We'll see you soon. Cheers.